warn't jest a yarn, my pale-faced pardner. No siree, it was a gospel truth that's still a-livin' in that thar rock, a truth what whispers through the desert breeze, hot and scorchin' like a brandin' iron. If'n you listen real sharp-like, you'll ketch it too, in the way the mountain hushes up, still as a grave. Afore them white soldier boys run us off our holy ground, the women folk knowed the end was a-comin'. We could feel it in our bones, like our days was numbered, and them stars up yonder, them quiet watchers of our sorrow, shone a mite dimmer in them black nights. But our men, them 75 hunters, they lit out without a speck of fear. They never once reckoned they wouldn't come traipsin' back. That mornin' the ground smelt powerful of singed pine. I tied the last bundle of pinole to Chilchiton, that's fire-glance, you know, and I says to him, "Mind yourself now." He just grinned, with that grin of fellers what knows death ain't nothin' but a shadow, not the finish line. But I felt it hangin' in the air, the quiet too heavy, the fidgety feelin' what hollered a storm was brewin'. That 9th U.S. Cavalry Regiment had been doggin' their heels for a coon's age, and our boys knowed it, but it was like a game of fox and geese, dodgin' and dartin'. Them cavalry varmints wouldn't fight fair and square. They didn't hanker after honor, but snuck around like sidewinders in the parched grass. They pinned 'em up thar, on that mountain what slices the sky like a butcher's knife. We heard the crack o' rifles echoin' down the valley, that roarin' thunder what rips the heart right out of the hills. Then, nothin'. A hush that warn't natural-like. We scampered, all us women. We left the young'uns and the campfires blazin'. We run barefoot through the dust, our hair whippin' wild in the wind. And when we clumb to the top, well, we seed it. It warn't no lickin'. It was a pickin'. Our men, hemmed in, their faces daubed with war paint, didn't bend a knee. From up thar, on the rim of the world, they stared down at them what ringed 'em round, waitin' to clap irons on 'em and heap shame atop. That's when they knew the only trail left was freedom. Everlastin' freedom. A whoop busted from the breasts of them mescalero braves, an old-timey holler from our kin that only the eagles recollect nowadays. And then, one by one, them 75 spurred into the empty air, over the brink. They tumbled quiet, and their ponies melted away with the rumble of the ground. They turned part of the mountain, body and soul fused into stone. We stayed put. Down below the cliff, we dropped to our knees. We sobbed, and the dirt guzzled our tears. We bawled till our eyes run dry as a bone. But the Great Spirit heard us. Every drop turned to a slick black pebble, shiny as glass. We calls 'em the Apache tears. When you stumble on one, don't figure it's just a rock. It's the ache of a ma, a wife, a sister. It's proof our men didn't kick the bucket in disgrace, but with their heads high, they chose to plunge free 'stead o' kneelin'. And ever since, the wind what sweeps over that mountain carries a queer noise, like the sighin' of them what never truly died, 'cause their spirit's alive in the rock, and the mountain don't forget.